Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to the very first episode of VP The Future MD. My name is Veronica Prince and I am a second year medical student. So for our first episode, we're going to jump right on in, create a strong foundation of the bare bones of what you need to navigate this pre-med journey. As soon as you get to college, your number one objective is one, to breathe, relax, enjoy your time there, but also start thinking about a major. If you come in and you know what you want to major in, that is perfectly fine. Most universities or schools give you until sophomore year to set in on a major, but if you know what you want to major in, do that. One caveat is to don't rush into majoring into something science related. It's totally fine if your heart is in art. Be an art major. If you are a complete history buff, major in history. You do not have to major in biology, analytical chemistry, physics, or anything even remotely close to science or STEM to get into medical school. So, freshman year, what are we doing? Fall semester of freshman year, you're going to take your intro to biology with a lab, intro to chemistry with a lab, and Calc 1. Or pre-calc, depending on where you test into the course. Spring semester, you're going to be taking intro to bio with a lab again, intro to chemistry again with a lab, and you're going to take statistics. Second caveat, when it comes to these math classes, you do not have to take math classes geared towards math majors. Some schools offer statistics for those interested in going into healthcare, and the same with calculus, and it's of course geared towards those wanting to go to graduate school or professional medical school or something like that. If your school offers it, take it, because the requirement is for X amount of hours of statistics, X amount of hours of calculus. It does not have to be for math majors specifically. Moving to sophomore year, your fall semester, you're going to take genetics or an upper level bio course. It's just better if you do genetics because it is a required course for medical schools and it takes care of that upper level requirement for that year. You'll also be taking OChem and you'll be taking your intro to psychology course. So spring semester of sophomore year, you'll be taking an upper level bio course, which could be human anatomy, human physiology, molecular biology, the list goes on and on. Third caveat, if you know that you are more interested in the way the body works and how it handles disease, maybe HPhys or human physiology is what you want to take opposed to anatomy. Even though everybody and their mom tells you to take anatomy, it is not a required course. You just have to have X amount of upper level bio courses, and you learn anatomy in medical school. Medical school does not make you learn things that they're not going to teach you because everyone has to start at the same spot. So if you think that you will do well in anatomy and that'll reflect on your transcript, take it. If not, just take an upper level bio course that works for you. So once you get that upper level bio course, you'll also take OChem, but this section will be with a lab, and you'll take intro to sociology. Moving on to junior year, you will take biochem, you will take physics with a lab for your fall semester. For your spring semester, you're going to take another upper level bio course of your choosing and a physics with a lab. Same caveat with the math classes, you do not have to take calc-based physics. You can take general physics. You do not have to take physics with physics majors. You do not have to do that. You can take general physics and meet the requirements to matriculate into medical school. Do not try to reinvent the wheel here. If it works and it is, you can check it off as a requirement, do that. Don't make things unnecessarily hard for yourself. That being said, if you do want to take calc-based physics, go for it. Do what you got to do, whatever brings you joy. And same thing with math. If they have a physics subset for pre-med students or pre-health students in general, take that one. And then with the labs for physics, chemistry, and biology, and possibly statistics, depending on the school you go to, make sure that before you go to that registrar's office or go talk to that counselor that you are registered for the course and the lab. Most of the times they are two separate things that you have to register for, and you don't get that credit for medical school matriculation unless you have both, and they'll say physics with lab or OChem with lab. So make sure that you're taking the course and the lab where it's designated. So at the end of junior year, you will get ready for your MCAT, and I'll make a separate video on that, but a brief timeline for those of you interested now. December to April of that spring semester is like your golden window of when to take the MCAT. From April to May is when you want to work on your application. That means getting your letter of recommendations, working on those sections, having people look over them, working on your personal statement, all the fun stuff. That will be covered in another video. And then from May to June is when you want to submit, get ready for those secondaries, turn those around, get those out, so that by the time senior year starts, you are ready for interviews. So, moving on to senior year, congratulations, you are a self-care senior. We are here for it, we're living for it. It's going to be everything. But you have to get your business done and make sure your house is in order. So senior year, your biggest responsibility is to complete your degree requirements. It does no good to be a stellar applicant and you're not graduating on time to get in that seat for that school that you've been eyeing. So make sure you complete your degree requirements. Make sure that there aren't any pre-med requirements that slip through the radar. If so, take those fall semesters so that you're still good. And then make sure that you're performing well in your classes senior year, because your final transcript is like that one ticket, it's the golden ticket to finally get in. They want to make sure that you're not just a strong applicant for these, 3 years, and then your last year you're just like, oh, whatever. No, you need to show consistency in your academic record. Senior year is also when you're going to get ready for your interviews in the fall semester and the beginning of the spring semester, but I'll make another video on that as well. And I also encourage all seniors to just make a senior bucket list and try to check as much things off, or as many things off of it as possible. Your school may have certain traditions that you never got to partake in or didn't get to fully experience. Senior year is a great time to do those things. Take a trip, go visit family, do things that fulfill you senior year. You've worked so hard for 4 years and you're about to go into a whole different area of life post-graduation. So live it up within reason. Last but not least, you are going to graduate. So make sure, again, that you complete those degree requirements, that you get everything checked off by your registrar's office so that you can walk at the end of your senior year and go on and be great. And that pretty much is all that I have. I wanted to keep it short, sweet, and simple because it's the first episode. But if you guys do have any questions about anything said here or just other questions that you may have, you can reach me at vpthefuturemd@gmail.com. That email can also be found on the channel, or you can just leave a comment below. That being said, thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.